Audio. Audio's good. Hey, everybody. Morning. Okay, yeah, so I've got audio. I got my mic up. I'm still trying to get the VLC player. But so far, so good. So, yeah, let me go ahead and drop this real quick. Okay. All right, so should have audio if you're out there. You should have me. You probably aren't hearing the VLC player. Yep. Oh, maybe now. Nope. If you're out there, say hi in the chat. I'll be going video on here at 10.
People. Well, that's a pretty big audience actually. A small audience is just me and a friend like me and Joe out here talking to just whoever happens to show up. So not a ton of people, but when I first started off, I started off with Zoom and we had about 200, and that was
Okay, audio input capture, audio output capture, audio to or from VLC. It's muted just this second. Yeah, good. Okay. My microphone is not very good. Anyway, morning everybody. If you're out there, say hi in the chat. Testing out OBS version 27.2.0. It's new, dropped the other day. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I wonder, actually.
So getting used to how to chat just generally, not necessarily even online. So getting used to
Okay.
how to chat, just getting used to how to chat just generally, not
Nice.
necessarily even online.
Okay.
Getting used to
Okay.
how to chat, just getting used to
Nice.
how to chat just generally, not
Nice.
necessarily even online.
Okay.
I don't know if we have. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Got a couple out there. Saying hi in the chat. All right. Oh, we got another one on Twitch. Fake ID. Ooh, okay. Fake ID. Nice. Okay, Kona, I'm not sure who you are, but I appreciate the chat. Appreciate you saying hi. If you're somebody I know, let me know who you are. I like Twitch because you have to have a cool Twitch name. So it's one of those things that makes folks maybe a little bit comfortable, not necessarily using their real name to post things. And that's okay, as long as what you're putting in the chat, you're helping out with somebody, you're doing something positive, you're adding to the conversation. Even just a hey, how you doing? You're doing great. That's a lot of what I will add to other folks' chat if I think that they're, I enjoy what they're saying. The presenter really, can benefit from that feedback. So, asking for that feedback is really critical, is to encourage your audience. Even for me, I know that a lot of folks will view my stuff in the future. So future people, please comment, leave a chat. I'm constantly, monitoring the things that I've put up there, and so it's just
Okay, maybe now. Jeez. Okay. Morning, everybody. This probably will work now. There you go. Okay, so OBS update. Double check everything, everybody. If you're out there, have fun. Just about everything is reset. So, yeah, I'm gonna double check my other profile, but well, maybe I'm on a new profile. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you're having a good Friday. I just updated OBS last night and or yesterday, and making sure it still works. So far, so good. Stream's good. All my chat connections are good. What else is good? I got VLC up. I think I got that figured. I'll be playing that back again in a little bit. But for right now, I'm just going to be running through OBS. I've got my chats open. If you want to say hi, say hi. I'm going to be streaming for probably another hour, making sure I've got everything set so that we're back online for next week. I'm sort of switching my stream times. I'm not doing 3 days a week anymore. I'm going to do one show a week on Wednesdays, probably at 11 in the morning Pacific, and then we'll. I'm going to polish the content a little bit better so that it's tight. It's going to be good. Probably do 3 segments, 2 or 3 segments, depending on content. But just small. We're going to do shorts mostly. I'll save some of the longer software tutorial stuff for pre-records, but so stream is going to be mostly little shorts about breakout rooms or a particular topic on a particular piece of software. So that's that. I hope we're going to be going. I'll probably do a normal introduction stuff here at 10. In case anybody's up, I'll check my socials, working on those. Everything seems to be connected, so that's good. So if you're out there, say hello. I'd appreciate it. I'd love to hear from you. Just a couple of minutes before the top of the hour. Let's see. What do we got? Where do we want to monitor from? We'll go back to Restream. We'll keep it at Restream. Viewers are probably me. Let's recycle that. We'll put. Let's change. Okay, you should be able to chat again in Twitch and in YouTube. If you're out there on either one of those platforms, you can should be able to get me there now. So that's cool. Another minute. And here is bitrate. Okay, encoder. All right, so now we're pushing it. All right, we're going to go ahead and shut some things down. That should help a little bit. All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Kyer. I use he, they pronouns. I used to stream out 3 days a week, but I'm going to be switching that up to 1 day a week so I can have more polished content, so it'll be a little bit nicer than it was before. I was sort of really testing out my stream and seeing what I could do with it and getting out some content, get some content recorded. And I got lots of content, so I'm going to be doing that on doing some editing there. That'll be fun. So if you're out there in the chat, let me know how stream looks on your end. My everything was cool until I started using video. So now my bitrate is dropping, or it's all over the place. So I don't know. I have to reset. So anyway, yeah, I haven't even checked. Let's see what we're looking at in OBS. OBS settings, yay, settings. So, let's see, stream, let's see, advanced, let's see, we are looking at video, process priority, let's make you, okay, we're going to kick that up, so hopefully 30 frames per second, that's what we're coming out at. Video bitrate should be 2500. Audio encoder preset ultra fast. Output mode simple. Okay, so yeah, a few little adjustments, I guess. But yeah, good morning. Michael Kyer, use he, they pronouns. Stream quite a bit. I'm going to be putting out some good shows, testing out OBS today, new version 27.2.0. And for anybody out there on Twitch, if you're using OBS on Twitch, you have to update by February 28th, or you're not going to be able to use OBS. It's I don't know, some deal with Twitch didn't want to continue with their support, so now you have to upgrade. So, and from what I'm seeing, you're going to have to do some resetting and rechecking. So please do that. Please do that. It's always a treat when you get new updates. There's always something. There's always something. So yeah, if you've got a stream that you're relying on to get out steady, anybody, I work with religious organizations, anybody out there doing your Sunday services, or if you've got a big meeting or something coming up, definitely make sure to update and test everything so that you're back to normal. I know I get used to whatever settings I had, and then if something goes, it's like, oh, now I got to go reset. So anyway, that's where we're at with things with OBS. Let's see. Last week I actually got to a pretty good bit rates back. Okay, I got to a pretty good presentation about breakout rooms. And just some of that basic how to get into breakout rooms, how to, for your audience, how your audience can see it, and then how the operator or the co-host is going to see it. So that is something that now it's distracting me. I got to turn this off or mute it. There we go. I still have all my. Okay, you're muted. Let's see. Pause you, mute you. Where else am I coming in at? There. Okay, good. Over on Facebook, if you're over there saying hi, let's see how that looks. All right, that looks good. Let's edit you. We're going to edit Facebook, open you up to everybody. Edit the audience, public, global. Now I'm talking to the entire internet. Good morning, internet. My name is Michael Kyer. I use he, they pronouns. I do a lot of streaming stuff and talk about streaming. Lots of software so that you, especially if you're new, then my channel is going to help. Let's see. You're gonna what I try to do is boil down a lot of this streaming stuff into simple chunks and more simple language. That for me is a big thing. I know that there's a lot of technical, all sorts of technical information out there coming at you pretty fast, and you can get your stream up with a few simple tools and then further tailor things later on. But let's see, copy. Share to page, share to a page. With a few simple things, you can get your stream going, get your practice going, get that record button going, which is super important. Super important. Record what you're doing. Then you can, change it. You can edit it. But you'll get that stream going. You'll start getting comfortable on camera, which is something big for a lot of folks. It's a big deal to get used to talking on camera, looking at yourself. If we're on Zoom, we know this. Lots of people are not comfortable with Zoom, not comfortable with watching themselves on video. And so if you're doing a presentation, you're doing a stream, that first step is a pretty big step. It takes quite a jump to get used to it. So, but once you're used to it, then you can really craft an engaging stream, which I try to do. I'm working on it myself. I've got lots to learn, and I've been doing this a while. So, practice makes progress, as a good friend of mine says. So that's kind of what I do. I do a lot of this. So that initial jump. And then, when you're on Zoom, you've got a picture of yourself. You can kind of make your adjustments. But if you're doing a presentation, you're not going to necessarily have, Zoom only open. You're going to have things you're going to be sharing, documents you're going to be referencing for your presentation. And so your screen looks a lot different than your audience's does. And getting used to just talking to, right now, I don't even have a picture of myself up. I'm looking at I've got my OBS open, and then I've got my Chrome browser open, and I'm doing a couple things on there. So if you're used to speaking to an audience, and you're used to seeing their faces and their reactions, getting used to just talking to your screen can take, it's a mental jump that takes place. I actually got a typo here. Let me change my typo. There we go. That'll be better. Then people can actually find me. Okay, post, edited. Shared my video. So yeah, it takes getting used to do this. If you've been trained, or you're used to doing, being with a live audience, it's a big deal. It's a big difference. And so it takes practice. That's practice. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So hopefully some of the stuff I can point out will help. I always keep in mind, it was a little bit different at first to keep in mind that there's, people out there. I'm talking to you. If you're watching right now, hi.
Okay, I know that you're out there. I know I've got people on Twitch. I know I've got people on Facebook. I know I've got people on YouTube watching what I'm doing. Hopefully getting some sort of reasonable content or little snippets of wisdom out of it. Hopefully, I can be a little bit more entertaining. Um, but those are all folks that I know are here that are live with me right now. So thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I really love to share what I know, and I think that it's a good thing to do. So, but then again, there's a lot of folks who are going to catch this on the replay. So if you're catching this on the replay, thanks for stopping by and showing up and checking out my work. Future people, future people. It's a different reality with recorded video online. So you've got live, you've got recorded, you got pre-recorded. You could do your pre-recording. It doesn't have to be a recording off your live stream. So lots of different concepts to consider when you're working with a new audience. If this is new to you and you're trying to engage with your audience, and that's one of the big things I've been hearing a lot about is it's difficult to engage with your audience, and you have to use chat. You have to have some sort of moderation and process if you're doing a live meeting. There's just a lot more and a lot different things to consider. And you can simplify it. You've got chat, you've got audio, you've got video. And if you funnel and filter and moderate those channels, you're going to engage with your audience, right? You're going to have a great Zoom meeting. Everybody complains about Zoom meetings. You can have great Zoom meetings. Zoom doesn't suck. Your meetings may suck. Mine don't. I've got good meetings. I try to keep them to about an hour, and make them as comfortable and engaging as possible. And it just takes, a few little pieces and parts that you can put together. So that's kind of me. My name is Michael Kyer. I use he, they pronouns, and now I'm streaming 1 day a week on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, and I'm going to be doing 2-3 short segments about different pieces of different software. So last week I did breakout rooms. I'm going to do one of these new real-time communication or RTC websites that you can use as a more an easier to access breakout room is basically what it is. The one I'm going to be showing is called Topia, and Topia, and yes, Topia, and it starts off with a pretty basic. Their canvas that they give you is cartoony, but it's a really great starting point, and then you can further customize it from there. So that'll be next week. Next Wednesday is when I'm going to be doing that one. Be treating that about 15 minutes or so, just to show if you are an audience member, you get invited to a Topia World is what they call them. It's a meeting, but it's a Topia World. How to access that, how to get into that and start using it, and it's a really neat program. I really like it. I'm engaging with them over there on their Discord server, saying hi, learning as much as I can about it. I think it's got some real potential for the future, so we'll see. But I'll be talking about that next week. I'm going to try and get, hang on. Boy, I'm going to try and get some, sure, Mike, what am I talking about? I'm going to be trying to get some more of the content about Topia going, get the audience in there first. Then if you're doing world building or you're the one organizing the meeting, how to engage with all those different pieces. And they are adding stuff every week. They add stuff. They've been I think they dropped six 6 new features last week. Some of them bigger than others, but that's a lot. That's a lot all at once, and so that's pretty neat. I like that. They've got some momentum, a lot like Zoom last year in the first year of quarantine. Like all the time there was something new and huge. The spotlighting feature and all of that stuff. Just amazing. And so some of these other newer platforms are doing the same robust um, growth. Like kind of a lot like Zoom did. A little bit different. Not everybody jumps on these different programs quick, but similar growth, whatever you call it, arc, I guess. So that is kind of what I've been doing, what I'm doing next week, my new format, those different things. My name is Michael Kyer. I use he, they pronouns, and now I'm streaming on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Every week, come rain or shine, because I'm on the internet and I don't tend to do my streaming from outside. So, but that could be fun. I might do an outside stream. That actually might be a lot of fun. I'll talk about technology while walking through the forest. I think that might be a cool thing. Anyway, what else I got? So yeah, if you're just tuning in, OBS, big new update, 27.2.0. If you're using it on Twitch, you need to update by February 28th. There's Twitch is doing end of support for that for all old versions of OBS. So that is something we need to make sure you update and test, because I had a whole bunch of settings different, and what are you going to do? It's an update. So I hope you're not having any big issues with it. I hope it's just the regular old update and change your settings and test everything cycle, because that's what we do when we're streaming and we use software. We do a cycle. We do an update. We reset everything, and then we troubleshoot anything that broke along the way, because that's what we do. So it just goes with the territory. I mean, there is no set this and get it done and forget it. There's always adjustments. There's always double checking, troubleshooting, that type of thing. And that's what I try and get across. I try and bring up some of the most important pieces, so that you can stay ahead of some of that stuff, but then be able to get your stream out somewhat effectively. So, especially if you're new, I've said this a bunch of times, if you're new, this will help. You check out some of the work that I've put out already on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to switch back over to my holding screen for a few minutes and double check my audio. But I will be back on camera in a little bit and kind of do another round of what I'm doing, how I'm doing, just to say hi if anybody stops by. So if you're out there, say hi in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be back in, let's say 10 minutes, 10:30. Be back at 10:30.
Hey everybody, I'm back. My name is Michael Kiner. I use he, they pronouns. I stream out on now just Wednesdays at 11. That's my new time. I'm not going to be doing 3 days a week anymore. I'm going to be doing one, and I'm going to do 2-3 segments depending on the content for the day. Keep that a little bit more tight, a little bit more entertaining, not just me running off. Talking, chatting, which I can do. Somebody told me one time that I was able to do 45 minutes just talking to a sock. So, there's that. But that's just me. So today what I've been out here doing most of the morning is testing out this new update from OBS, 27.2.0. And if you're out there, if you're on Twitch and you're using OBS, then you need to update by February 28th. The Twitch is not going to be supporting any of the old versions, so we need to get up and get that in, test it, check all your settings. Some of mine were reset, so just test everything. Your quarterly tests. If you're not doing them already, do them. Get in there, double check everything, make sure it works. I want you to be able to get your stream out. I don't want you to get caught with something, no audio, like me earlier. It was fun. So yeah, what I do is I get out here and I bring a bunch of the little things that I've learned about streaming out, so that especially if you're new, you're able to get into the streaming and doing it. It's a big step. It's a big step for a lot of folks getting comfortable on camera and figuring out all of the little technical pieces that go with it. So I try to boil some of that down a little bit, and there's always more, but that's what I try and do when I'm working out here. You can always check out a lot of my stuff on my YouTube channel or my website, and that is a place that you can go and find a lot more in-depth information, a lot more longer form stuff. A lot of my first work was longer form. But I'm going to be switching over to smaller, tighter content about specific things. Last week we did breakout rooms, how to get your audience into your breakout room. So pretty simple. This is what it looks like to the audience. This is how you get there. This is how you arrange them. A couple little tips to go with it, and that's it. Next week I'm going to be going into something called a real-time communications, RTC program. It's a website called Topia, and that is it's like a much more it's an easier breakout room to maneuver around on. So you move a little icon on your screen around, and it's a proximity-based video. So when your little icon gets next to another little icon, then your video pops up. So then if you want, you can move into a conversation, you can move out of a conversation. You can have multiple conversations going on in different areas. So it's a little world, and that's what they call them, a Topia world. It's a breakout room. It's a video conference, but it's a little bit easier to maneuver and transfer back and forth. So you can be totally creative with it. Their base canvas is artistic, almost cartoon level starting point, and a lot of the different little pieces and assets that they put together are just fantastic. So they got some great artists over there, and I'm checking them out on Discord, so I encourage you to do the same and see what you can learn over there. But then you can customize the whole thing. You can either make your own little avatar people, little assets. You can upload all sorts of different pictures, and you can add all sorts of links and different things in there. It's amazing, and I think it's got a lot of potential for the future. In addition to Zoom, or so that if the video quality, and it doesn't have quite some of the more robust features that the Zoom does, but the way I look at it is that if Zoom is like the auditorium, then these RTC programs like Topia are more of the venue. So like if you're out in the lobby, it's more like that. It's much more like small groups,
right? Small groups of people that you can kind of clump together. Then your video comes up, and then you can move, and you don't have to. It's easier to navigate than a breakout room sometimes. So that'll be next week. I'll be going into that. If you get invited to Utopia World, just a few things you have to do. You have to give them permission for your camera, your microphone, and pick a username. And then you're off and running around the world and little cartoon characters, and it's pretty cool. It's something that I think has got a lot of potential for the future. So we're going to be taking a look at that. But this week, today, I was just out here testing out the new OBS update. And again, if you're on Twitch, you need to update by February 28th and get that tested so that you don't get caught short in your stream. You can't make your stream because the Twitch is ending support for all the old versions. I don't know what the deal is. It's something. So that's why we need to get that word out. So if you know anybody using OBS, let them know. February 28th, got to have it updated, or you're not going to be able to use it on your stream. So so far so good with me. I'm haven't run into any glitches. I'm running an older i3 processor. It's a Dell. The older system, it's an older system. It's probably 6-7 years old. It seems to be holding up pretty good. So hopefully, anybody out there on your newer operating system, Windows or newer computer, should be good. But I've also heard some problems with some drivers that we're having an issue with. So if you do have an issue, keep at it, keep checking, see what you can do, and if I find out anything that might help, I'll post that on my socials so that you'll at least get a heads up a little bit. So anyway, I actually think I'm done for the day. I'm happy with everything. Should be able to get my stream out no problem next week, and we'll be going into Topia. So. We'll take a look at that, take a spin around there, and see what that has to offer, see what you think. So, yeah, if you want to leave me a comment, I'd appreciate it in the chat or in the comments on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch or wherever you might be at. I'll be updating my socials later, the Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn. So you'll be able, if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I always enjoy my audience, whether they're absolutely live with me right this second or future people. If you're out there, if you're visiting, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I'm going to edit this a little bit. I had about, I'm looking on like I'm almost 2 hours now, but I've only been doing direct video now for about a little bit over half an hour, so I'm going to trim off a bunch of that front end stuff once YouTube processes. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. I hope you have had a great week. I hope that you're going to have a great weekend. Anybody out there working on Sundays, I'll see you out there on Sunday. I stream from my church on Sundays, so it's a working day for me. But if not, if you're getting the weekend off, enjoy it. Getting towards the end of February already. Looks like we're about 2/3 of the way through February. So if you can believe that, it looks like these COVID variant numbers or infections and stuff are coming down. Numbers are coming down. But still, if you're eligible, please get your vaccines. It's important. As we found out that there may be more of this down the road. Let's hope not. Let's pray. But at the same time, if you're not vaccinated, please get your vaccines as soon as you're eligible for it, because there's lots of folks out there who can't get it for one reason or another, whether they're immunocompromised or different things like that. There's reasons. So it's good, even if you may think that it's getting better and you don't need it. Please get it. Please get it. Please get it. So I'm going to leave it at that. My name is Michael Kyer. I use he, they pronouns. I'm streaming out Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time from now on. I'll see you next week. We're going to be going checking out Topia. And hopefully the OBS update won't give me too much trouble. Hopefully it won't give you too much trouble. But if there's trouble, I'll see you out here and we'll try and fix it together. Okay? All right. Have a great